Hi, it's Lindsay from Organize Your Online Biz, and today I want to talk to you about Sunsama and social media content planning. Now, this is video number 2 of this series. The first video I did with you showed you how you can just plan your social media content using the create a new task in Sunsama. We'll look at it here, and just set it as a repeating or recurring task, okay? This video, however, I wanted to show you that if you're planning your content through, say, Google Sheets, you can actually set it through Zapier that when you update a specific cell in a specific column, that it will create a new task for you automatically in Sunsama. So what I'm going to do is you'll see here the schedule date. I'm going to make sure that these 2 dates, a new task is created in Sunsama for those 2 dates to show me or to alert me when those dates come that I need to plan out my social media content, okay? So let's go into Zapier. If you don't have an account yet in Zapier, please sign up for a free one. All you need to do is put in your email address, okay? Now, once you're in, you're either gonna hit this big orange button that says create or this blue one over here and new Zapier. I've already created this, but we're going to do it again. So first we're going to set up our trigger. Our trigger is going to be from Google Sheets, right? So when a certain cell is updated in Google Sheets, it automatically creates the task in Sunsama, which would be your action. So the event is going to be a new or updated spreadsheet row. So triggered when a new row is added or modified. And so we want the modified end of it. If you haven't signed up or haven't linked your Google Drive account yet, please hit continue and go into this, excuse me, this section here, and that's where you're going to link up your Google Drive. I've already done that, so I'm just going to jump over into triggers. So the spreadsheet itself is named social media content, okay? That's this spreadsheet up here, that's this one. The worksheet is content, okay? So the worksheet name is content. And the row or column, is C or scheduled date. So, scheduled date, here it is. Okay, so that is my trigger. Now, I've done this a few times already with this specific one, and because this is 992 lines long, the test doesn't work very well. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to ignore the test results because it just didn't show me anything. But if it didn't have 992 rows, this scheduled date would have a date beside it, okay? It'll work, trust me. So I'm just gonna hit continue. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. And so my action is going to be through Sunsama. And the event is going to be create a new task, which is the only thing that you can do right now. And again, if you have not already done so, if this is your first time using this, you need to link your Sunsama account right here, and I've already done so. So I'm just gonna jump over to action. So the title is going to be whatever you want. You can choose something that falls in from your spreadsheet, but I'm just going to call it schedule social. Oopsie. I'm using capital letters just so you'll be able to see the difference. I don't use all capitals in my planning normally. You can see this is my test over here. So and then the start date is going to be scheduled date. So the date that I want this to be scheduled in my Sunsama is these dates, okay? So I'm just going to use schedule date. The channel is the categories that you already have set up in your Sunsama. So for me, I have just plain work, blogging, email marketing, and so I'm going to choose social media. I don't want to add this to my backlog in Sunsama. If you're not sure what that is, please go check out some of my other blog posts and or YouTube videos to learn what the backlog is. And notes. So this will just be anything that you want to specifically add. I don't really need to add anything. I know that I have to plan out my sleep, that I'm just scheduling social media. So we'll just say schedule it. Okay. I don't need to add a URL, and I'm going to say it's going to take me about 90 minutes. So this is plan time in minutes. Oops, here's 90. Okay, so we'll press continue. And I'm going to skip the test because, like I said before, there's 992 lines in my spreadsheet. It's not really going to work. So I'll run the test just so you can see. This would give you better data, but it's not. So I'm going to say publish, and here I'll show you it's going to actually do it with one caveat. So I'm going to transfer my existing data. This is so that it'll do it quicker because there's 992 lines. While this Zap works, it does take time. So if you enter something in your spreadsheet, if you have this spreadsheet and it's super long like mine, it's going to take, I think I timed it, it was about 7 minutes before it actually ran through. If it's just a small spreadsheet, it's almost instantaneous. So I am going to, so this is the one I want. So schedule date, there's a date in there, and this is one I want. So I am going to just grab those two and send data. So it says it was a success. So let's go check it out. So here you can see that the data was transferred for the 18th and the 19th. But if you look here, I have for the 19th and the 20th. Now, I looked into this several times, and I'm going to go back and show you what I think this is, because this is something that I think that you're going to run into potentially if you use this often. And I just need to go back into, so here's what I was talking about. There are supported date formats and pretty much anything goes. However, it does say that by default, Zapier uses ISO 8601 standard for formatting dates, and some apps may use different date and time defaults. If needed, you can adjust your time values in your Zaps by adding or subtracting time. I think that this is the problem. I've tried this multiple times, and it's still always that 1 day off. So I think that's the glitch that's going on. So for me, it's not a deal breaker though. If I know it's just 1 day off, that's fine. I can always come in here and change it, right? Oops, I didn't have to. I can just drag it, right? I can drag it to different days if I need to. And ultimately, if I plan my social content a little bit early, it's not really the end of the world. So, okay. Sorry that was a little bit messy, but I hope you understood it, and I hope it helped. And let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.